Hello everyone, in this video we'll be working with the Floral Nymph collection by Bob and Betty. These are 24 sheets 12 by 12 paper pack. I'll be just flipping through showing you the different papers. It has a vintage feel to it and a lot of flowers. There are a lot of elements that you can fussy cut and use it for your project. It is ideal for all type of projects, 3D projects, albums, mixed media, I guess layouts. So these are the papers. It also has two 6x6 sheets, like a 12 by 12 sheet that has 4 prints, so you can use these for 6x6 album, and one which has 6 into 4 inches. So I'll be using these only 2 sheets to make a mini album. So this is very ideal if you are making a 6x4 mini album, or you can even use these as tags and put your picture on the back for your bigger albums. And it also has 2 sheets with a lot of butterfly and elements to fussy cut. Today what we will be making is we will be making a truck using these papers, and for this what you will need is you need one sheet of 6.5 into 4.5 piece. Next you need 2 pieces of 4.5 into 3.5. You also need 2 pieces of 6.5 into 3.5. So here are 2 pieces. This is what will form the rectangle part, or the part where you put the goods in the truck. So this is how it will be, like this. Basically what it will form is it will form a rectangle box like this. So all you need to do is you can add paper, or you can stick it with glue and form a rectangle box with these pieces of chipboard. And what I've done is I've cut these small strips of paper, and it measures 3.5 into 1/4, only 1/4. On the 6.5 into 3.5 sheet, I'm gonna stick these like this. On both the sheets, so that it gives kind of an effect that usually trucks have. Now what you need to do is you need to take a paper measuring 16.5 inches by 5 inches, and the first thing you need to do is you need to score at half an inch from both sides. Like on the 5-inch side you need to score at half an inch. You need to turn the paper around and again score at half an inch. So you just put it on a scoreboard, score at half, turn the paper around, and then score at half again. So you'll have something like this, okay, like 2 scored lines at half an inch. Then on the 16.5 inch side you need to put the half-inch score line on the opposite side. So this is where there isn't any score line. You need to put it like this, and then you need to score at 3.5 mark, 8-inch mark, and 11.5 inch mark. Once you're done, you need to turn your paper and again score at 3-inch mark. This time the score line is here. Here's the score line. You need to score at 3-inch mark. So once you're done, you have something like this. Then from this side we need to measure 2-inch, then we need to measure 8-inch, and then 9.5 inch. Just mark at 2 8 and 9.5. Once you're done, you need to cut from 2-inch mark to 9.5-inch mark. So you'll get something like this, a slit, and then on the 8-inch mark you need to cut straight down. So you'll have something like this. Okay. So, and then on these marks that you've cut, you need to cut it on the 1/2-inch scored line. You need to cut on these scored marks. Once you're done, you will get a structure like this. And this will be the front part of the truck. Now you need to stick something on this part and this part, as it's empty. There's hole here. So what you will need is, for this one, the upper one, if it's like this, so the window part, what you need is, you need to cut a piece measuring 5.5 into 2.5 and then score at 1/2 inch from all sides. So this will form a tray, just adding glue on these squares, and sticking it like this, and then you can put this inside. And on the down part, it is 5.5 into 3. I need to score at 1/2 from all sides. So you get again something like this, and you can fit it right here. And on the top of the truck, there will be one more tray kind of structure. So for this, these are the measurements: 6.5 into 414, and you score at, you need to score at 3/4 inches on all sides. So I have something like this. Now I will suggest to mat your paper with pattern paper first before you stick them together, because once you've stuck it together, it will be kind of a bit difficult, I feel. So the papers that I'm going to use is, I'm going to use this for the rectangle part, and for the front part I'm going to use this one. So I've made the box. This is what it looks like. This part I've kept it open so it can open and close. So to make it, what I've done is I've cut 1-inch strips that I've scored at 1/2 inch, and I've added it on the inside and on the outside, on all sides. And on this side, the strips that I have cut, I have placed it on 1-inch gap, and I've stuck that down on these two sides. So you'll have something like this. And for here, to make this open and close, I just cut those 1-inch pieces into small sections and stuck it like this. And on these two sides, I didn't add any hinges here or attach it, so it is freely moving. Now I'll be matting them with this pattern paper, and once I'm done, I'll show you how it looks. Let's move to the front part. Now let's just assemble it. For this, what we'll be doing is, the first thing we'll be doing is we'll be sticking this down like this. So I'll add tape here. covered this, the front part, and I've covered this also, like I've cut the paper a bit bigger. So I'll be just sticking this down. Now I've done covering this, and what I did here, I made a window and I stuck black paper on the background, and using a normal punch I punched out a few circles and used them to make a knot kind of thing. Now this part is also covered, and I added two black rectangles and I just made silver lines to depict like windows. So basically what I'll be doing is I'll be putting this inside this like this. So I'll be sticking that. So this should be ready, and then my other half is also covered and is ready. So I'll be adding to here and here, and I'll be sticking this to this like this. So my truck will be ready, and on top of this, here's the 6.5 into 4.5 paper. This one will be going on top, so it should look something like this. Once I'm done, I'll be back. And also I made this little kind of thing to stick it in the front over there. So I'm done making my truck, and this is what it looks like. The top view is what it looks from the side, the front, and the other side. And this is the back is plain. What else I did was, after I stuck these three parts, one, I added this chain using two brands. I fussy cut these flowers from two more papers, one from this one, this is one of them. I cut these flowers from this paper, and also from this paper. So there were flowers here. I just fussy cut them and I stuck those on both sides. Then I made a closure where I took a piece of metal and I folded it like this, and I put it using a brad and I colored it black. What you can do is, and what I've done is I've added magnets here. One is here and one is here. This one I am not stuck, I need to stick this magnet. So if you are making it, remember to stick this magnet there. Or you can just stick this, and over it you can camouflage it by sticking one more paper on top. Okay, so this is there, and it can open like this, and it can close like this. That's how it works. Then let's move on to the tires. I've made 4 tires. Everything is handmade. I just cut a circle just drew a circle and I cut them, and with this silver pen, what I did was I just drew this, and I used a brad in the middle, and I also cut half a circle of chipboard, and as you can see here, I just stuck half of this. So that's it. And the small brad right here, I also put it on the door